What is going on, fire signs? Welcome back to the channel. Elevated spirits, it's Jazi, your favorite Cali reader. This is going to be your collective June message. I am going to start off with a theme, give a collective message, and then break it down a little bit further for each sign. So I will have timestamps that will be in the description box, so you can get the sign specific message. What the hell? How did I didn't even know these two cards are down here. What? So yeah, I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all are doing your best to stay as aligned and, you know, in flow as possible. Okay, energies are hella shifting. For those of you that have been interested or wondering or curious at all about where I've been, why, all those things, I did put in a update on the collective message that I posted yesterday. I'm recording this on May 31st, so for those that want to check it out, feel free to do that, but I don't want to keep repeating, you know, what's been going on. So you can find that information there. For those, like I said, they're interested. Most people don't give a fuck, which is fine too. I get it. We're all going through our own shit. So, but at the end of the day, I'm still, you know, I still life be lifing. So I still have to deal with that before I can pour my energy outwards anywhere else. So I'm gonna see what's going on for you guys for June, stepping into June. That is starting tomorrow. So the highest and greatest good of my fire signs always. What is going on for them for June? What energy are they aligning to? What's coming through? Look forward to, need to be made aware of. Stepping into June, please. Ooh, I love it. I love to see it. My Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Good luck. Okay, so this really feels like you guys have a, look, Leo here at the bottom. Some of you have some opportunities that are going to be presenting themselves, and it feels like you guys are going to need to really step into your confidence and your courage to accept it, to lock onto it with both hands. It feels like some of you may not be really prepared, or you may not see it coming. For some of you, this has been, it feels like an opportunity that may have been like a long time coming. Something that feels like maybe you thought you would never get, you thought would never happen. Maybe that's something you asked for maybe years ago, even months ago, and you just kind of like accepted that obviously it's not meant to be, or, you know, I'm not meant to have that, whatever. It feels like it's more so it just wasn't the right time, okay? Obviously, it's going to be different for all of you, so please take the messages as they apply. Don't force it to fit. But whatever that is, any other messages, fire signs? What is clarity? Okay, yeah, some of you, this is something you've been asking for, okay? But it's a matter of being mindful what you wish for. What blessings at the bottom, this is about being grateful, okay? It may show up, it feels like some of you may have luck that's favoring you at this time, but things may be opportunities or abundance, whatever it is for you, money, maybe showing up in a way that you weren't expecting. And so it's going to be important for you to be mindful of the way you ask for things, because sometimes we want money, and then when it comes in the form of inheritance that someone had to die in order to give us, then we're upset, you know. But it's like a matter of asking, you know, asking for what it is that you need, or what it is that you're wanting to experience, but without harm to anyone else, right? Because that's sometimes how it shows up. And that's exactly what this clarity card speaks of, is being, you know, careful what you wish for. Because sometimes we ask for a bunch of money thinking that, oh, it's going to come through the lottery, or oh, it's going to come through this, but sometimes it's really going to come through, like I said, by way of an inheritance, or by way of, you know, an accident that totals a car, and then the money comes through that. You see what I'm saying? So it's like the path of least resistance. The easiest way that the universe could get it to you is sometimes how it will come, and that doesn't always feel good. So I feel like some of you need to really be mindful of what you're asking for, and make sure that whatever it is you're asking for, that it's something that you really need, because, or that you really want, because not every, like a lot of people ask for things not understanding the sacrifice that comes with it. You know, people ask for certain lifestyles, certain luxuries and things like that, not realizing that, you know, that's going to require a certain sacrifice that a lot of people, had they known going into that, if they knew that was a sacrifice, they would have probably backed out. They'd be like, I don't want it then, right? But we don't know that going into it. So that's why Spirit is saying, you know, to be really, you know, careful what you wish for, and make sure that whatever it is you're asking for is something you really want. Especially, like I said, with the blessings here at the bottom. Because some of you with this healing may be asking for something out of a place of lack, you know. But it feels like, it just really feels like, it feels like a heads up, fire signs, that some of you are really being asked to consider what you're asking for, the place that it's coming from. Is it coming from a place of that I really need this, or I just want this because somebody else has it, or because I seen somebody else got it. You don't know what sacrifices they had to make to get that. And not only that, are you sure that you're willing to give up, you know, make certain sacrifices to have it? Some sacrifices come as, you know, our kids, okay? Some sacrifices come as another family member. And that's not all the time. I'm not trying to scare anyone, but this shit does happen. And that is, again, why it's saying to be careful what you wish for, okay? Some of you are going to start seeing opportunities, you know, clearly, okay? Things are going to start presenting themselves, and it's going to be up to you, obviously, what you do with it, okay? And so that's why it's important to be clear about why you're asking for something, because then you can properly decide, if this comes with a certain sacrifice, am I willing to give that up for this? You know what I'm saying? So let's see what else is going on for fire signs in June. Stepping into June, what they need to know. It's coming through. Energy are they aligning to? Stepping into June. Their highest and greatest good, only and always. Ooh, the Magician in the Mirror, card number 853, reduces to an 8. So like I said, this is your manifestation, your powers of manifestation right now. Fire signs are on high, okay? This is, you know, a card of alchemy. This is like a mix for me, as a reader. It's like the mix of the Magician and the Temperance, okay? Because this is like the Magician, but also an alchemist at the same time, okay? So this is, you know, the universe letting you know that you guys are really in a place where your energy, your light is very attractive right now. And I don't mean just attractive. It could definitely be physically, yes, but I mean, which it makes sense as within, so without, but I'm more so speaking of in a metaphorical sense, okay? Energetically speaking, your energy, your light is very attractive right now. It's very magnetic, meaning that you have that the chances of what you're asking for actually coming to you is higher than maybe what it's been. It's higher than it normally is. So it's really important for you guys to be mindful of what you're asking for and why you want it, okay? Because like I said, certain things come with sacrifices that we wouldn't know that it was tied to that. We don't know till it's too late, okay? So it really feels like Spirit is really asking you to be balanced and use, you know, your powers of manifestation wisely. Use them responsibly. Use them with integrity, because you guys are in a very powerful position right now, okay? Stepping into June. This is also the season of, like, summertime's like the season of harvest, right? Look, door to value at the bottom. So like I said, there's doors of opportunity to things that you find value in that are opening up for you guys. So it's a matter of just, you know, make sure you're clear about what you want, so that way you're not also manifesting something you don't want to experience, but you're also using this energy and this time wisely. You're using it to your benefit, okay? So any other messages for the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius? So we have walking away, reduces 27, reduces to a 9, and we have man holding a coin, okay? So for some of you have new opportunities opening up to you, because it feels like for some of you there's a need to walk away from someone in order to let something in. And some of you, it could be a masculine with money, a masculine that is maybe stable, okay? Some of you, that could be why this is difficult, is that it's not that you can't do it, but that could be for some of you the sacrifice that I was just talking about. That some of you, to have these new opportunities, to have what it is that you're trying to manifest, may require you to walk away from someone that feels stable, someone that may be, you know, providing for you in some type of way, someone that may be loyal to you or committed to you in some type of way. For some of you, it's like you maybe can't have both. Maybe for you to have whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, this isn't staying with this person or keeping them in your energy, is not in alignment, okay? Now, others of you with this, what I'm also getting here that could be is that by you walking away from, you know, whatever it is that you know that you're needing to release yourself from at this time, will put you in this position of having stability. For some of you, this could be someone that you're like walking away from one thing to step into another, okay? So it's going to be different for all of you. So, you know, like I said, only take it as it applies and take what fits. But for some of you, this definitely also, like I said, feels like someone that you're needing to walk away from and needing to come up with some sort of strategy and follow your intuition about what this is and how you're being guided to do this, okay? To come up with some sort of plan to, you know, especially, like I said, if this is someone that you're maybe, let's say, in a relationship with, and you know that for you to have certain opportunities, this person cannot come with you, right? It feels like some of you are being guided to come up with some sort of plan, okay? Like I said, especially if they are providing for you in some type of way, especially financially, things like that. It's going to be important for you to come up with some sort of plan, saving money. Where are you going to go? You know, what time frame are you giving yourself? Things like that. Doing your research about what your next move is, what your next step is. Okay, so let's get into the tarot. So I wasn't going to explain exactly how I'm doing this reading, but just give you a little insight. I'm getting a theme first, getting deeper into with the tarot, and then I'm going to separately timestamp a message for each sign. So this is going to be start off as a collective, but also sign specific messages within it as well. And how each message for each sign pertains to what we already have going on here with the collective theme. So let's dive a little bit further, see what this is talking about. Ooh, so at the bottom we have the death card. Okay, so this is energy for Scorpio. Scorpio's major arcana. Okay, one of them at least. So yeah, for some of you this is a major change. For some of you this is something that needs to end, something that is ending in order to have something that's better, that's more aligned in what you've been asking for. It's going to require for some of you to dead a situation, okay, or even dead a way of living, a way of thinking, being a version of yourself. For some of you it's going to require you to completely kill off an old version of yourself in order to step into a new. Others of you this just feels like, and you could be dealing with the Scorpio, some of you this feels like walking away from someone, like I said, that, you know, has money, someone that may be trying to, you know, win you over or keep you around based on the financial and material resources that they have. Okay, so let's see. Tell me more, please, Spirit, about this message for my fire signs stepping into June. Justice. For some of you, this is has to do with karma. For some of you, this is you've paid your karmic debts, and that's why your luck is changing. Okay, but for some of you, this whoever this person is that some of you are being asked to walk away from in order to let this in, this person hasn't done the work. Okay, this person still has work to do, and that's why it feels like some of you've paid your karmic debt, but if they haven't done their part in their own energy to close out whatever cycle or do their part of hold their end of the contract, right? Because the justice also represents contracts. If they haven't done their part and held their end of the bargain, it's like they can't move forward. You understand what I'm saying? It's kind of like you guys are both playing the video game, and you know, it's like this person thinks that, oh well, if I keep them around, you know, and keep, you know, and provide for them and do stuff for them and buy them stuff, right, that, you know, that'll help me bypass the work that I need to do. Kind of like riding your coattail, but of healing, right? So it feels like that's not going to work here. It feels like for you guys to get what you need and manifest properly, it's going to require you to disconnect from someone, okay? And that's where, you know, balance is going to be restored. That is how things are going to come back, you know, into balance for you karmically, meaning by cause and effect, okay? Meaning by the actions that you take, the steps that you make, that's how it's going to restore balance. That's going to create, you know, the stability here for you. Let's see what else. Fire signs. Devil. Yeah, for some of you this is definitely a codependent connection. It could be we have Libra, major arcanas for Libra and Capricorn. Okay, so this could be signs that you're dealing with. Cancer. Okay, Chariot. Major arcanas here, 3 major arcanas. All right, and we already saw the death card at the bottom. Let's get overall outcome. That was the 2 of Swords that tried to come out. Overall outcome message, please, for fire signs. And we have the Star. See? 4 major arcanas, you guys, out of 4 cards. 4 out of 4 major arcanas. And look, the motherfucking Judgment at the bottom. The Judgment at the bottom. Some of you, oh, fire signs, it's like you're heeding the call, okay? June is calling your name. June is calling that ass, okay? And I say that because, like I said, this is major, right? Your major, a lot of us know, for those that don't, but for those that need the reminder right now, your major arcanas in the tarot represent major events, inevitable events that are going to happen no matter what. You can delay them, you can slow them down, we can not want to look at them and close our eyes to them. They're going to happen regardless, right? But this is your indication that that's like, you can't avoid this shit. You have 4 major arcanas here, okay? That's wild. Justice, Devil, Chariot, and the Star, and Aquarius energy here with the Star. Like, I feel like some of you, by you walking away from whoever this masculine is, whoever this person is that has this money, that has stability, that maybe kind of like you know, jingling money in your face, kind of like holding their finances over your head type of energy. Are you trusting yourself enough to walk away from that energy and know that you have all the creativity, all the resources, the ideas, the clarity, you know, that you need, as well as the opportunity and the favor of the Most High and Jupiter, okay, to guide you, to create wealth for yourself, to create stability for yourself? And it's like you don't need them then, right? And so I feel like some of you maybe, you know, having a difficult time letting this person go or walking away from them by thinking that you need them because of their material resources or what they're providing for you. But this is where Spirit is letting you know that you have all that within yourself, okay? So when you walk away from this person, that is where things become balanced. That's where karmic justice is served on your behalf, okay? And it feels like some of you, this person can't pay their karmic debts until you walk away. And then the reason being is because some of you are not meant to get caught in the crossfire of this person's karmic debts. By you staying around is keeping them from learning their lessons because you're protecting them. Even if you're not trying to, by you simply being in their energy, it's like you're protecting them from learning their own karmic lessons, okay? And that's slowing not only your progress and growth down, but it's doing them a disservice as well, okay? So it feels like some of you are, you know, this is really about, you know, allowing yourself to see how this connection is, you know, codependent, how maybe there's some toxicity here, okay? This feels like a lower vibrational energy that is trying to keep you stuck or tied or chained to them in order to prevent them from having to do their own, you know, work on themselves and pay their own karmic debts, okay? So it feels like once you guys do that, that's when balance is restored and you move on. You come back into balance, you come back into alignment victoriously, where things that you've been asking for, waiting for, like I said, especially when it comes to your luck and finances and opportunities that you've been waiting for, and you're like, what the fuck? What is going on? How come things aren't happening for me? How come things aren't moving for me? That's when things start moving. Some of you may end up getting a brand new car, okay? You may end up just feeling, you know, really, I'm hearing an overwhelming sense of joy, okay? And it feels like because your energy is finally freed of what's been weighing you down, okay? And it feels like it has to do with whatever this connection is. So it's like once you do that, that's when you step in further, not only into your destiny, because that's what the star also represents, is your destined path, but this also speaks of wishes being fulfilled, things you've been asking for, experiences you've been wanting to have finally align to you, finally come in for you. And that's also what this card is about, alignment, okay? Things being in balance, your dark and light sides, your feminine and masculine energies, both being on the same page, okay? Because typically in traditional tarot decks, this card is depicted with a white and black horse that don't have any reins. And the reason being is because when you're in such alignment, there's no need to control anything because they're both aware of their role and what they're meant to do and how they help each other, to where we're on the same page. So we don't need to control and dictate what to do. We know what to do, and we're in alignment in such a way where it's not necessary to try to control the situation. So some of you, it's like once you walk away from this person, right, that's when balance is restored. You free yourself essentially from the chains that have been binding you, and you move forward into an alignment victoriously, and you start opening yourself up to receive the blessings you've been waiting for, okay? So let's with this Judgment card here and the Ace of Swords, yeah, for some of you, this is a breakthrough. This is, you know, awakening. You're awakening, like heeding, like I said, you're answering the call here, okay? Some of you, that is by you doing this, is you answering the call, and that's what is the catalyst to your breakthrough. For some of you, it's the catalyst to what you've been waiting for. Some of you have been waiting for the idea, the epiphany, the aha moment, the communication, something, whatever form that is, some type of message or confirmation. It's obviously going to be different for all of you, but some of you have been waiting for that. And as you make this decision, you make this final judgment call to walk away from someone or walk away from this connection or whatever that is, that's going to be the catalyst for change. That's when you're going to see maybe the truth of a situation. Maybe for some of you, it's going to see the truth of a person. You're going to see them for who they really are, what they've been hiding from you. For some of you, you may be too close to a situation to see how this person is maybe holding you back, or, you know, keeping you, you know, chained, keeping your light or your energy chained to them. But it's like once you make this decision, that's when it's all revealed. That's when the clarity that some of you maybe haven't been really able to grasp or like kind of really get your hand on, that's when it's going to be made very clear to you what this is and why you were guided to walk away. But some of you won't know the reason why until you actually do it, okay? So let's get sign specific messages. So we're going to start with Leo. So let's see, for Leos, what is their message for highest and greatest good only and always, stepping into June as it pertains to the spread? Message for Leo. And like I said, I will have each sign time stamped in the description box so you guys can find your sign specific message. And it's for any placement that you have, Leo, because we're technically all the signs. So wherever it feels right for you, that's where it'll resonate. Oh. So here and now, to be fair, this one wanted to come out, regeneration. Okay, see anything else for Leo? So card 32, card 38, not for you is coming out sideways. Unfinished symphony tried to come out. So like I said, this is for some of you, but it didn't come back out. So for some of you, this is, you know, it represents the ending, like something finally being closed out, something that maybe has, some of you, this was like that final confirmation that some of you needed to know that, okay, I've gotten enough, you know, messages, I've gotten enough signs to where this is the final one that I needed to know that, yes, this is what I need to do. And that's why I feel like that unfinished symphony tried to pop out, but it didn't. And that's why. And I feel like for some of you, it's like you almost wanted, or you almost were on the brink of repeating a cycle, but you actually closed it out. That's what this feels like. Is by you walking away from whatever this is, that is what actually completes this karmic contract. Okay, that's what this feels like. This is a contract that some of you have been stuck on, that's been, you know, keeping you stuck, chained and bound. But it's like when you walk away from it, when you finally move on from it, that's when not only what you've been wishing for comes in, but you're going to actually see how on your destined path you really are. Some of you have been on it fully the whole time, but maybe you just haven't been able to see it, right? So here and now. So this is about being present, doing your best to focus on where you are now, not too far and not, you know, stuck on the past, but not too far in the future. Okay. The present is really all you have. That's why it's called a gift. Okay. Because that's where your gifts lie, and how present you allow yourself to be. So we have to be fair. Okay. Which is basically like another justice card. So 2 different decks here. Okay. Libra energy is very prominent right now. So you may be dealing with Libra. But this feels like, you know, doing things from a place of integrity. Okay. And blocking out anything that isn't for you. Okay. This person may be trying to block you from leaving, but if you need to block someone that you know isn't for you in order to keep you from going back or keeping you stuck, then do that. It feels like some of you, you know, maybe kind of like in this in-between space of like, I know I need to let them go, but they're going to call me and they're going to text me and all this. Some of you are being asked to block it out. Okay. If you need to block their number, do it. If you need to block them on social media, do it. You know, whatever that is. Some of you, that is what this judgment is about, is making that final decision using your sword of truth, right? Which is also what the Ace of Swords represents, using your sword of truth to cut a situation and cut it out once and for all. Okay. Some of you, that is what's necessary here, is, you know, being present, but also making sure that you're doing things from a place of fairness. Whatever decision you make sure you're doing it from a place of integrity and doing what's best for all involved, not just yourself. Okay. And like I said, blocking out anything or anyone that is no longer in alignment, anything that you know for sure is not for you or that's blocking you from your blessings. Okay. It's important for you to recognize that and respond accordingly. Okay. So Leo, that is what I have for you. So let's move on to Aries. We'll do Sag. Drinking my protein shake. So do this. So let's see. What is the message for Aries for June as it pertains to this spread? Their highest and greatest good only and always. For Aries. To the sea. Between worlds. Okay. So card number 7. Let's see. Any other messages for Aries? So for some of you, Aries, it's like some of you aren't completely out of a situation yet. You're not completely out, and it makes sense because we're still walking away here. For some of you, so like I said, for some of you, look, and it's at the bottom now. So for some of you, this is something that just hasn't happened yet. Okay, that some of you are being guided to do, but it's like you're being asked to trust the universe at this time, Aries, okay? It's like some of you may have a life path number 7. We have 3 here as well. So these may be numbers that you're seeing, 7, 7, 7, 7. But it's like, I feel like, Aries, it's important for you to do your best to go with the flow at this time. It feels like some of you are very unclear about what's ahead, about if you're going in the right direction. But I feel it really feels like you're being asked to let this be confirmation that you are going in the right direction. It's a matter of you trusting the universe and what direction it's guiding you, where it's guiding you, okay? Because it's like, I know it's kind of difficult to see in this card, but right here in this card, there's a face, okay? That's in the clouds that you can barely see. And that's your indication that even if you can't see it, even if you're unaware, or maybe you're just not paying attention, that the universe is always guiding you. The universe is always with you, watching over you, keeping you safe, and directing your path. So it's just a matter of you trusting, even if you can't really see. She can't really see completely because it's so foggy, right? So she can't really see what's ahead. She can't really see what direction this boat is taking her. But given that she's kind of like, she just has no choice but to go with the flow. So some of you maybe in this energy of kind of like I've done everything I can do. I can't do anything else. Like I've tried this, I've tried that, nothing's working. And sometimes when you just same as like when, you know, we have babies, right? When you try everything and they won't stop crying, you have to accept that they're just fighting sleep. So for some of you, it's kind of like a similar thing where you have to come to accept that if you've given it all you've gotten, and you've tried and you've done all these things and it seems like nothing is working, that's just your indication to go with the flow. Sometimes that's the universe letting you know that you've done all you need to do. If everything you're doing and nothing seems like it's working, it's because your job is done in the situation, at least for the moment. You need to just let the universe, give it up, surrender it to the universe, and surrender to where you're being taken at this time, where your path is taking you. And trust, like I said, trust that you are in alignment, that you are on path, you are on your destined, journey. You are going the direction you need to go. You just need to continue to maintain faith and hope that, you are in the right place and that things are, panning out and unfolding for you in perfect and divine ways. Okay. That's just the trust that you have to learn to have. And that does take practice, just like everything you've ever gotten good at, right? Such as driving, walking, brushing your teeth, everything. It takes practice, right? So it feels like some of you are really being guided right now to just do your best to go with the flow and continue to, lay your bricks brick by brick, meaning step by step. Okay. Not trying to think too far again into the future, not too much, not to, leave the past where it's at, but don't think too far ahead in the future, and allow yourself to do your best to go with the flow and, build as you can, meaning as like the bricks are coming to you, as you're getting your resources, lay them where they need to be. Okay. And while you're waiting, while you're in this energy of kind of just going with the flow and letting the wave take you where it needs to take you, do your research. When my next brick comes, meaning AKA your next step or your next move, decide where you're going to put it. So when it does present itself, when opportunity presents itself, or the money or the resource or whatever that brick is for you, that you already have in mind where it needs to be laid for your highest benefit, for whatever it is that you're trying to build. Okay. So it's just kind of like, you do what you can as you can. And when you can't do anything, that's your indication to just go with the flow and let the universe take it for what it is. Take you, where you're at. So that's what I have for you, Aries. Let's do Sage. Let's see. What is the message from my Saggies? For those of you that have stuck around this far in the reading, I appreciate you so much. I'm grateful for you. I trust that those that you've gained anything from this reading at all, that you give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you have not. Okay. So, message for Sag coming into June as it pertains to the spread. Their highest and greatest good only and always for Sag. So, to be fair, it kind of came out in reverse. And then we have Yin, card number 2. So, and then Peace. So this is detachment. So it feels like, Saggies, you just need to be open to receive. Okay. With this Yin energy here, it's like things are playing out exactly as they need to. Both these cards are basically like the Justice card, but in 2 different decks. So this is letting you know that, divine timing is at play here. Everything is happening exactly as it needs to and as it should. It's just a matter of when you are guided to make a move or do something, or whatever you're being guided to walk away from, if that applies to you, that, you know, make sure you're doing it from a place of integrity. Make sure how you're doing it, you know, is beneficial to all involved, or you're not creating more karma for yourself to work through, right? But this is also about, you know, being open to receive when it's time, whether it's your blessings, whether it's guidance, clarity, you know, aha moments, ideas, whatever that is for you. This is about, you know, being ready, staying balanced and ready and open to receive when it's time, okay? And detaching from the outcome, detaching from, you know, what you think it should be or how you think it should look, okay? Some of you are also, this peace card is talking about acceptance, meaning accepting things and people for how they are and what it is. It's like we sometimes have ideas about how we thought something should go, or we thought it would last a bit longer, or we thought it would turn out a certain way. This is about making peace with, you know, a situation the way it is. So even if you're having to walk away from someone that you never thought you'd have to walk away from, this is allowing yourself to come into, you know, into acceptance and peace that, you know, it is what it is. Not everything is meant to last forever. Soulmates aren't meant to always be forever people, right? And they're not always romantic. So this is kind of like, you know, needing to make that final decision. For some of you, this is an awakening to help you see that, damn, like, you know, I thought this was going to go differently. I thought this would last a bit longer or whatever. But this is kind of like accepting the truth of a situation and awakening to the fact that, you know, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. But it's what's necessary at this time, okay? So it's kind of like accepting things, the need to, you know, accept things as it is and make, you know, detach yourself from, you know, a situation, a person, environment, whatever this is that some of you are being asked to walk away from, you know, that it's just simply no longer in alignment. It's no longer serving you. So this is about detaching and making peace with that knowingness that, you know, this maybe was at a point in alignment with me, but it no longer is. That means that I'm growing. That means I'm evolving. That means that I'm on track. I'm on path. I'm, you know, taking the next step in my journey. And that's a great thing. That lets you know that that the work you maybe thought you weren't doing or you couldn't see, you're actually doing more than you think. Okay. So that is what I have for you, Sag. So let's get a collective ancestor message from your highest benevolent ancestors. For your highest and greatest good, only and always. So let's see, what is the collective ancestor message for fire signs? We're just stepping into June, please. For their highest and greatest good. Ooh, reflection. Okay. Anything else? 22. Some of you may be seeing 222. Maybe a life path 22 years old. Interesting. So we have reflection, soul awakening. This card also came out for the air signs. And I believe it may have also came out for the water signs as well. So you may want to check out those readings if you have placements there. They may, you might find messages that resonate. We have cleansing and going within. So what this feels like, fire signs, is that some of you are just, you know, kind of being asked to, yeah, the healer here at the bottom. It's like some of you, whatever you're experiencing right now, whatever you're being asked to walk away from, is putting you in alignment to your purpose, is what this feels like. Because both these cards speak about purpose and destiny. Okay. So it's like, it feels like, and like I said, given that all these major arcanas are here, this lets me know that this is, like I said, a very major and pivotal time for you fire signs. So it feels like whatever it is that you're being asked to walk away from, it's pertinent to your own healing, okay? Because as you heal yourself, it then puts you in a position to step into that role as the healer that some of you are meant to be in this lifetime, okay? But it's like you can't really do that and be that for someone else and hold that space for someone else until you've held it for yourself. So it feels like some of you are really being asked to, you know, do some reflecting at this time coming into June. Because some of you are going through an awakening. For some of you, again, that is what this judgment is about, as well as the Ace of Swords together, okay? An awakening, an epiphany, seeing like, oh shit, now I get why I had to walk away from this. Now I get why, you know, this is happening the way it is, because it's no longer in alignment. I'm, you know, taking further steps on my journey. I'm going through an awakening right now. So this is about allowing yourself to take that time to reflect on, you know, maybe the way things are playing out, why they're playing out the way they are, and then it'll put the pieces of the puzzle together for you, okay? So you can cleanse your energy, cleanse your space, okay? The things that are making you feel blocked, stagnant, stuck, whatever that is, if you're being guided to declutter at this time, that also frees up the mental space in your mind. Because again, as within, so without. So if you're finding yourself having a hard time, you know, trusting your guidance or knowing what to do by cleansing your energy, okay? Taking spiritual baths if that's something you're called to do, smudging, saging, ringing bells, clapping, okay, all that sound frequency, that's a very healing, and it's a very it cleanses and clears the space and clears the energy, not only from your auric field but from your surroundings as well, your environment. So some of you would really benefit at this time by cleansing your space and then taking the time to go within. Okay, maybe getting out in nature, connecting with your ancestors. Hugging a tree is another great way to relieve yourself of negative energy and spirits, is by hugging a tree. I always recommend asking. That's how I learned about tree hugging, is always ask, because it's out of respect, right? You wouldn't, it's the same as you wouldn't walk up to a random person and just hug them without asking them, can you give them a hug? We want to treat our trees the same way, because they hold a lot of wisdom. But not only that, they remove the negativity that we're carrying. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Out of respect, because they're so helpful, it just only makes sense for us to ask them before we just wrap our arms around them and, you know, make them take our negative energy, right? That we ask them if it's okay, because you will get a response and letting you know if they want you to hug them or not. You might need to choose a different tree. But I feel like you would really benefit by getting outside in nature and, you know, hugging a tree, because not only does it remove negative energy from you, but it also imbues you and pours into you a lot of wisdom. Trees hold a lot of wisdom and knowledge and experience, okay? They see a lot of things, they hear a lot of things, they know a lot of things. And they can, and that's really helpful to us if you allow yourself to take that time to connect with them in that way, okay? So this is also a reminder that all the wisdom and guidance that some of you have been seeking outside of yourself, you have it within, but it's just a matter of taking the time to connect to it, okay? And then trusting the guidance you receive when it comes, all right? So whew, that's what I have for you, fire signs. I really hope this reading was helpful. If it was, like I said, I trust that you would give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you have not. And until next time, you guys.